We'll see. We'll see.
I shall not report you.
Yeah, I don't know whether the groups are done by like games in best of threes overall, and so you get the points in that, or whether they're done by games individually. So I'll look at it after this series and check. But if it's done by series, then Secret, if they drop this one, it puts a lot of pressure on you to beat VP then. And like we saw at the major, you know, those two titans going up against each other, always a good spectacle. We'll see. We'll see. I just don't know. I feel like a lot of this. If he goes Exort Invoker, then I feel like a lot of Navi have to be really careful about making sure Blizzy has a good game. And we've talked about this Undying being able to shut the axe down. If he does shut the axe down, and then they play these two greedy cores with the PA Invoker, Secret might just be able to run the game over. So they have to be very careful. Yeah, it's their favourite. They have the Centaur, they have the Axe as their favourite too for Blizzy. And again, like, they lose game 1 on this hero and they just don't care. They're quite happy to just do game 2 and 3 on the same hero. They know that they're confident with it. They've played it a lot in scrims before. They played it a lot in officials. It was an issue on the Monkey King last game, yeah.
30 seconds to battle.
It is, but yeah, I feel like mid 1 Monkey King, you know, we've seen it before. It does absolute work. You've got to, really want to give Nisha the win condition hero as well, so. What do you want to see? Okay, I want to see Mischief to dodge an Axe call. Like, he blinks in and uses Mischief. Axe blinks in and he uses Mischief quickly enough that it dodges the call. Dude, I want to see it. It's going to be big.
The battle begins.
Yes. I think you'll probably put a point in Corsic at level 1 would be my guess, but then if, we've been seeing more people put points in Burrow Strike now over Sandstorm, but you can still go for either. Depends if you want to go really hard on your laning stage with the Sandstorm, be a bit more gank focused with the Burrow Strike. But with this Oracle as the position 5 in lane for Navi, it's not the strongest lane support. Yeah, it's gonna be Quas Exort Invoker like we. Oh no, sorry, Quas Wex Invoker actually. I get so confused because his hands are red, but they're yeah. I don't even know. But yeah, this Quas Wex Invoker is interesting because obviously the base damage difference now is even more between the PL and the Invoker. Yeah, like you see, I was gonna say, you hear from Magical, that he can just secure CS with the spells like the Cold Snap and the Tornado. Yes, it does, yeah. Yeah, they're just focusing on spamming him out with the daggers and whatnot, trying to lower his HP down a little bit. You see PA's only got 2 CS for now, so seems to be focused on trying to hit Zai with daggers more than the creeps. Yeah, This Blizzy axe down in bot lane, I was going to say as well, with Undying chasing him around, it's so much different this game. He's only got 2 CS, 2 minutes into the game. Not really where you want to be on this axe.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Undying used all his mana and then walked all the way back to base here, so Midone missing out on some CS down here in the bot lane because of that.
Dire's top tower
But now
is
Puppy's
under
back, he's going to be able to chase the axe around for him. He's just leeching XP, just chilling. What? How did that happen? I guess.
Here, our hero died. What's the opposite of regicide?
Yeah, this laning stage for Navi really not going too well. At least they got a kill up in this top lane to try and save it a little bit, but Secret's lanes this game are so strong. They got a lot of the good matchups that they want. You look at how many denies this Monkey King has as well. He's having a great time. Pace boots before Wraith bans? What? What kind of game is this? I mean, this top lane for Secret, though, doesn't seem to be going as well as they'd have hoped. Some nice pulls out coming from Snake on the small camp as well, just to try and mess with the lane a little bit. Allows Crystallize to get a bit more farm than normal in this matchup. I think Zai's just so used to giving so much farm to Yapsil that he gets really confused now in this lane. He just doesn't really know what to do. Yeah, 3 runes for Navi as well, so they get the kill in the bot lane. 2 bounty runes are always nice, just building their advantage here. They've actually got a 2k lead already, and we're only 5 minutes into the game, so Secret looking pretty convincing so far. Seems like Blizzy has 27 CS on this axe, but most of it's been from the jungle farm that he's got, so it's a little bit inflated. Looks like Blizzy's doing better than he actually is at the moment.
Top tower is under attack.
Killing spree. This thing's made of wax.
I mean, that's the problem with this axe Skyline. If it doesn't have a good start, like, it's really not achieving what it wants to be doing down here. You see Mid one has the catapult now as well, so he's going to start trying to force his bot tier 1 in.
My belly bursts.
He can just go Shrine on Monkey if he wants to as well. Oh. Arcane Rune Undying. That doesn't sound very fair.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's actually gone for a 1-1-1 build. We see most Undyings at the moment tend to put either a second point in Decay or Soul Rip, but seems to be wanting to focusing on the Tombstone early on here. Oh, bot lane as well. really nice by good rotation by Suneko, just coming down to that bot lane. We saw that last game as well by Chu on the Phoenix, where these two supports ganked up together early on the Navi side. I think they know that they don't really need anyone up in that top lane anymore to help with crystallize PA. They just try and look for kills instead. React to this high aggression coming up from the Monkey King in the bot lane. It doesn't sound like him, does it? Saw it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hello, this is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2.
The Monkey King's gratitude is worth more than gold.
Yeah, we talk about the importance of reacting to these big rotations with aggressive plays. Secret do exactly the same thing. Undying and Shadow Demon both coming down to this bot lane. And that's a lot of time wasted by this Invoker coming down to the bot lane, not really achieving anything. You want to be trying to get things done on this Quaswex Invoker early on.
Dire are scanning.
I don't know, the PA has level 7 now, so with the crits coming through, all they need is a random good crit onto this Sand King. Hey, look, I'd be imagining he's going Vanguard on this side, Sand King this game as well. Might be holding off for the Blink first, but I think you really want to build up to some kind of Crimson Guard this game. Yep, good rotation by Magical this time. Manages to get the kill that he was after before. But his mid tower taking a lot of hurt from him moving around the map so much at the moment. Shadow Demon. Oh, they're just fighting around the rune on the top side at the moment. Oh.
This'll come in handy.
But AU got the rune, so worth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Anisha on this PL just doing absolute work there at the moment, using the jungle farm as well as the mid lane really well. On top of net worth by quite a way. So having a great game so far. Yeah, that early hood as well. Really good against heroes like Invoker and Skywrath especially.
All things fall.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Yeah, I like that Blizzy's going straight for the blink again this game. He's not had a good start, so you can't really afford to be greedy and go for that Vanguard or Hood that we saw in game 1. But he went straight for the blink last game. It worked for him. Why not do it again? Yeah, good purge by Seneko on the Fortune Zen to take off the Jingu stacks as well. Really well played by him. Stopping any kind of lifesteal coming up from Monkey King.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They're TPing in. They've got detection.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, there's a TPs.
Is under attack.
with that Shrine on Navi's side coming out, it's really difficult for the Secret to fight up there. They're doing okay though. Like this PA's coming online, Blizzy has his blink now on Axe, and we saw how much work that did last game, so try and pair him up with this Skywrath, and go around the map, try and get those kills together. This PL still quite far ahead in, you know, in terms of net worth. Nisha, that win condition PL, gonna be doing work. Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the thing, he's kind of been farming most of the game so far, even though he has a hood, which is a little bit weird to me. Maybe he could have gone for an early Yasha instead, could have increased his farm speed even more, but he's just wanting to be playing on the safe side a little bit here. You know, even without that farming item that we talk about, he's still top of net worth, so who am I to question him?
Dire are scanning.
So close, isn't it, that sentry ward? I'd be very surprised if Secret didn't deward this soon, though. That observer ward's pretty common spot. One angry Nisha sounds scary enough. Okay.
Radiant's top
Got his shoes on. I mean, we can see everything. Maybe he got fogged. Who knows? I don't know. He'd be like, maybe he's feeling sorry for him. And this PA's still farming though. It's a bit of a worry for me for Secret. Yeah, but you get to level 20, you get the triple dagger. There's lots of cleave coming through. Honestly, it does a huge amount of damage to all these illusions. It clears them out almost instantly, unless they have a heart or something. Was that a Sankey blink I see? That's a pretty big reveal, getting the magical invoker. Yeah, and I love that he's building the Yules up next as well on this Sanking. Really good Yules game here, not only defensively, but if the Axe blinks in, you can just Yules him up in the air. Or if he's trying to juke and TP away, apparently you can use Yules as well, I didn't know. But, shout out to Twitch chat. Yeah, he probably wanted the 3 points in Jingu for the laning stage, and then wanted to max out the Primal Spring before taking the Talon. I think Monkey King is one of these heroes where you can't afford to not take that 20 attack speed. Unless you, for some reason, take the other Talon, which I don't think that ever happens. Support Monkey King. When's it coming back? Boba cover.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, don't bring that back, please, Mr. Frog. Please don't do that. Mischief's already good enough. You don't need to make it a better hero again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
that would have been
Dire's
awkward.
structures are fortified.
Secret 7k net worth lead though already. This PL's still farming up. We really need to try and get this Battle Fury online on the PA to help the farm speed. Try and match that of the PL.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They can't really defend this though. Navi. It's so difficult. Like, you see Puppy's holding the high ground at the moment on the left-hand side. Snake is going to TP in, but that's super risky to me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Make sure he dies, everybody. Yeah, he's gone. Okay, they found the +1 as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nisha? What? What? I don't understand why Navi tried to defend the tier 2 there. Secret had the high ground.
Dire's bottom tower is
They
under
were...
attack.
Oh, they're just TPing in one by one. Navi, come on. Where's this game 2 performance that we saw?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Secret came for the tier 2, but they said, well, we'll gladly take the tier 3 as well. If you want to do that, that's fine with us. Oh, he's going Diffusal on Monkey King as well. Okay. Interesting. It's, I mean, it's really good with the Wukongs as well. So, yeah, I don't mind it.
Killing spree. Dominating, I guess. Double kill.
And they get crystallized though. Bamboozled. Put the shoes on.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm surprised he's not trying to build a vessel up against this Monkey King actually, but they're just going straight for that axe instead, trying to scale a little bit better.
Top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Get the call.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Can they get the Roche now though on Navi? This would be a big win for them. It's an illusion rune. I think they know it's too difficult. This Undying and Shadow Demon are both coming up soon, and with the Tombstone, with the poison spam coming through, it's going to be very difficult. It is, yeah. It's like the complete opposite to the last 2 games, doesn't it? Where the tempo started so slow. Both teams going at it here. Really want to put in a good performance in this game 3. PL, he's got Manta. So, okay, so he is going back for the Manta now. Pretty standard on PL, but I wondered, you know, I thought he might go Yasha first instead of the Diffusal if he wanted to build up towards that Manta after. He needs to tank up first though, up against this Axe Core.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Yeah, that's fine. They just need to take as much map control as they can on Secret. That's a solo
Middle
kill.
tower is under attack. Dire's bottom shrine is under
I mean,
attack.
this is the power of the Monkey. It's mid one, dude. Does whatever he wants. With the Diffusal Blade so available as well, there's no escape for that Axe once the Monkey King gets on top of you.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
I like this ward from Navi as well up on the high ground that they're trying to fight around at the moment. Important that you try and play around your vision here.
Radiant's courier has been defeated.
Where did that hurry?
Dire's top shrine
It
is
must have
under
been where
attack.
they were on that ward. The Radiant top jungle, I imagine.
Dire's top shrine is is under attack.
I think Puppy will realise there's some shenanigans going on that top side of the map as well, so they probably look to deward that ward soon. But again, you see Secret here. They're trying to just make sure they can control the area around the Roche pit here, get the Aegis for themselves. They just don't have any vision control at all here. And they might be able to try and smoke up, but it would just be too late by then anyway. You've got to try and just give away this Aegis. Make the most of it, push down bot, open up the map as much as you can. Crystallize is playing fairly greedy as well on this PA. He's going to go BKB until the third item. That Deso second instead. With this Aegis, Secret probably going to look and try and get this last outer tower on the map in the top lane. Oh, we are, yeah. Well, you're all in on the triple dagger cleave. This is what we want to see. You got to get the cleave and then get 3 Battle Furies, and the PL's gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
You see Blizzy hiding on the high ground as well, looking to see if somebody TP's in that they can catch, but Secret just trading for it by the looks of it.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom
They really want to
tower
force
is under
TPs back
attack.
here. With the Aegis especially as well, they can look for this.
Tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they got to be careful here on Secret here, just a little bit. They don't have the Wukongs anymore to play with.
Dire's top
Tombstone
tower
just go
has
down.
fallen.
It's the fake back. Nisha sending the illusions onto the Axe and cancel his blink as well.
Killing spree. A dominating performance. Mega kill.
That's a dieback. Yeah, a bit of a disaster to fight there from Secret though, using that Aegis and not really achieving too much. And Zai even bought back as well and died again, so... Boy. Lizzie managed to escape on such low HP on the Axe as well. And he's doing the same thing again, he's going for this Glimmer Cape after the Blink Blade Mail. It's interesting. I guess it's just a cheap version of the Shadow Blade, isn't it, really?
This should make my life easier.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, I am
has
surprised they
fallen.
tried to try and take the fight without Zai. No, when Zai goes down straight away and the Tombstone disappears, it's so much more difficult for Secret to take those fights. They did before, yeah, they still decided to stick around just because of the Aegis, it feels like. Gotta respect this Navi damage output with the Invoker Axe being online now too. And he's almost got that BKB on Magical. You know, we've talked about these BKBs already this game. It's going to negate the diffusal damage coming out from these 2 cores. It's going to stop this Sand King from being able to jump you if you can get the BKB off first. Right, here we go. This is what I've been looking forward to the whole game. My knees are shaking. Yeah, and I like that he's going the Bastion next on PA as well. Need to be able to lock down that PL. It's the most important thing at this point in the game. It does, yeah. So you can crit 3 times with the daggers. It's very interesting. If all those PLs are grouped up together. Yeah, it allows you to clear creep waves so much easier as well from such a distance. Like one cleave dagger's nice, but when you have 3, it pretty much just kills the creep wave. And they really want that Crimson up against the P8. They have the axe call available. The Wukongs. It is on the. I mean, the problem for Secret is that it doesn't matter how far the PL gets this game, they've always got a kind of like pseudo answer to him with the axe. So it doesn't matter that Nisha has Butterfly. If they get a good call off onto him, they can bring him down with this, you know, the PA crits coming through. Yeah, they have this ward that sees them moving through the jungle.
They're unstoppable? Oh no.
Something in your eye?
Something in your eye? Oh, come on. And they're just going to look for the spot tier 2 here on Navi. It's really nice. It's really important when you get these kills that you can turn them into objectives. Even if Undying is up in 20 seconds, but just finish off this tower. Get some gold for you and your team. He's but he has the Crimson. You know, levels don't matter. We saw on the Brewmaster before in the other 2 games. Very true, yeah. He has an XP gain talent on the Oracle, so... Where's the 5 null Talisman Skywrath? I thought that was the big thing at the moment. Yeah, this is really big though. If he can just try and save whoever gets called, that's the most important thing. But it's up to Navi here to try and get on top of him relatively early on in the fight. Stop those disruptions coming out. And they haven't really got that like normal SD hero to play with. Like, PL's okay to make copies of, but they haven't really been looking to do that. It's very much about the defensive disruptions this game.
I'll take your tribute.
It's slowed down a little bit here, hasn't it? Both teams. Both teams just want to make sure they try and fight around the Roche pit. If you look at the vision from both teams. Panic over. When PL gets his heart as well, fight should be able to get a lot easier for Secret unless he gets burst down by that PA. They're trying to bait out the Monkey King in the mid lane. The Crimsons on the Wukongs.
Killing spree.
Is foul
I can do this all day.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy fight there by Navi. Magical getting caught out at the start. PA tries to go in at the same time, but there was nobody there to support him. You really want that axe and the PA to be able to play together, but just caught on opposite sides of the fight. This PA actually has no buyback. I mean, Secret, I don't know if they know this. I mean, they obviously don't, but it's, I think they're going to learn. Calculate the amount of gold he's been farming.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And I think they're going to realise pretty quickly that this PA doesn't have buyback. Probably look to try and move towards this mid lane after the melee racks. See, he's sending these illusions after the axe. Here comes Nisha though in the back.
Own it.
under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
You need this PA and Sky, sorry, PA and Axe to make wonders happen here.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Oh, Blizzy. Okay.
Double.
Middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, it's so difficult. As soon as Blizzy like messes up one call this game, it's really difficult for Navi to ever take fights. There's so much pressure on him this game. Yeah, and unfortunately, with Nisha getting so tanky here, with the Shadow Demon poisons coming through, the zombies being laid down by Undying, it's very difficult for Blizzy to ever get the opening that he needs. They pinged up the Roche. It's okay, they're gonna get this. Oh, no magical. They see him though.
Killing spree. Mega kill. They're unstoppable. Double dominating performance. Double, that was unreal. Impossible. Monster kill. Ultra kill.
I mean, it ended up being pretty close, but eventually, like we said, this PL is going to become absolutely massive. It just felt really weird for Navi that they kind of fell behind at the start and then they crept